Hi, I'm JD. Welcome to Visceral Effects. And today we're doing a segment called Collection, where I'm just going to show a collection of things that I own, that I would say I have a decent collection to call it a collection. Today, cKy stuff. Now, I got a bunch of shirts. I'm not going to bring them all out, but maybe at the end of the video I'll put a bunch of pictures of just what shirts I have. But let's go with mostly the music and DVDs. First off, cKy Yourself, the original print. I do have two of these because I am, for those of you who don't know, I am a big cKy fan, massive cKy fan. But you will notice that most of my, so far to date, all of my sporadic moment videos feature cKy songs in them. So yeah. The original release of Volume 1, cKy Yourself. Next on the list, cKy Volume 1, the print that everyone knows mostly, with Chad doing his signature guitar flip. Now, the difference between this one and this one, track-wise, is after To All of You, track 10 is where all the hidden songs are, where on this one, they just merged it with track 9. Next is the Distant Recording 15 Years Trilogy Pack, which features cKy 1, so Volume 1, Infiltrate, Destroy, Build, and An Answer Can Be Found. It's pretty simple to find online, I've noticed, but I picked this one when I got this when I went and saw him live back in 2010. It was the only thing I could afford at the time. Not because I was broke, I just spent a lot of money on booze that night. Alright, now before I get into the rest of the stuff, let's go with the side stuff, so in other words, solo album, stuff like that. First, I got Darren Miller's cKy compilation. I think it's called Custom Compilation. I got 2 copies of them, both feature different versions of all of their old songs. One that is also signed. I think the other one's signed too. Yes, it is. Except it's signed to my wife. Yeah, should have put more detail in that. Next, Darren Miller's Acoustified, sorry. Now, something special about this one, because I donated to the album, my name is forever cemented in cKy history. Next is Chad I. Ginsberg's solo album, Rock and Roll Alibis, and you'll notice that it is actually signed by Chad, and I do have the pic somewhere. I don't remember where I stashed it though. Next, Foreign Objects Galactic Prey. Yeah, just for collection purposes. It's actually a really good album. It's technically the 3rd Foreign Objects album. Now I've got the Distant Recording 15 Years, which is basically, you got Foreign Objects, which is, let's see, Universal Culture Shock and the Undiscovered Numbers and Colours. And then you got the Disengage the Simulator EP, followed by the Rudian Blitz Reverb on the Click album. Worth a listen to. I actually really enjoy the Rudian Blitz one, surprisingly. Of the 3 albums, that's actually the one I enjoyed the most. Alright, then here we got the Hellview Viney. It's basically is just side A, 96 Quite Bitter Beings, and side B, Escape from Hellview. Alright, rewinding. From cKy Volume 1, to people who've never heard cKy before, to give a shout out to one of the lesser known songs, I would say listen to Lost in a Contraption, brilliant song. Now all of you cKy fans out there already know what this is, so you'll be like, oh, but I already know. But you know, for the people that don't listen to cKy, just something to throw in for them. Next, cKy Volume 2. Now this is a fucking hard CD to find. You'll notice it's signed by Darren Miller. It is the 72nd copy printed, but if I had to say what the best song of this one, surprisingly, the Nothing You Can Do one. I don't know what the fuck is the point about it, but it's actually a really cool listen. But yeah, Volume 2, very hard to find, and good luck to anyone who can find it. Alright, we got a single, Attached at the Hip single. Once again, it's just pretty standard. It has the Attached at the Hip song in it, 96 Quite Bitter Beings instrumental, and Fisherman's Wharf rough mix. I got that one in a pack. It was like a 5-pack of a bunch of singles. Then we got here the Jackass edition of Flesh into Gear soundtrack, well, single. Also good to own in your possession. Now, if there was ever going to be a cKy album you needed to own, this is the one. Infiltrate, Destroy, Build. It is probably my most favourite cKy album ever. Yeah, but if underdog song that you should always check out, I would say probably Shock and Terror. That was the one that you need to listen to. Really good song. Alright, next in the collection, the DVD of Infiltrate, Destroy, Build. It's basically a video album, and best video of that would... That's a hard one. For me personally, it would have to be the Attached to the Hip video. Probably because it was the first real cKy song I ever listened to and knew who they were. And it also comes with a chopped and sliced, and this stuff like, you know, their official websites and shit like that. But yeah, this is also good to own. It's actually not too hard to find. One that is become hard to find, which is funny is because when I bought it, it wasn't hard to find. It was cKy's Live at Mr. Small's DVD. This is probably one of my favourite live albums I've ever watched, or live DVDs. But yeah, it also features a audio CD of the album as well, which does cut out, I think it's To All of You that's not in there, which kind of sucks. That's probably my favourite cKy song. That's one of my lesser favourites from the first album. And what I mean by that is the way that they do it live, I prefer over the way they do it studio. Now here we got the Familiar Realm single. This was also in the pack. You pretty much just get a whole bunch of different versions of it. And a song called So So Sad. Different. Alright. The Answer Can Be Found album. Got 2 of them. It's just certain CDs I like to own 2 copies of. This is one of them. I'm surprised that I don't actually have an official second copy of Infiltrate, Destroy, Rebuild. Like, yes, I've technically got 2 of them, but one's in a pack. But yeah. Moving on. The A No. 1 Roller Rager single. That, once again, you know, I just bought it for collection purposes, and it's one of those things that just looks good in the shelf. Because, you know, when you buy the singles, it shows a little more dedication as a fan. And She Never Returned. That is another one that is also in my possession. It's actually, yeah, it's a really good song. Back cover's a little fucked up though. But yeah. Alright, now we've got the Carver City album. I own the regular edition and the special edition, but I lost the the cardboard sleeve for the special edition. Song to look out for, like Hellions on Parade, really good song. But if I had to say what the underdog song would be, probably the Broadwalk Body. But of the special edition one, my favourite song is actually from one of the bonus tracks, which is Stripped Your Speech. Really like that song. Alright, now we're going on to the stranger side of things. The B-side and rarities. I feel like this was more of an excuse just to release Afterworld an actual album. Now there is an Afterworld single, and no, I do not own it. But it's pretty much on it, yeah. So you get Afterworld, that's probably the most well-known song from the album, but song that, if you're going to listen to one song from this album, although it's technically didn't make its debut on this album, but Shippensburg, brilliant song, and the acoustic version to All of You. It's really confusing, like to All of You. Yeah. Next, B-Side and Rarities Volume 2. Alright, now, you'll notice that this one isn't actually called Volume 1, but they call this one Volume 2. It's not that, it doesn't blow me away, like, it feels more like the leftovers from B-Side and Rarities, the first one. But, if I had to say the highlight song to listen to, the Kiss cover of I Stole Your Love, that was really good. Alright, last one. cKy's The Phoenix. Where do I stand with this album? Now, there's a lot of controversy on it. It has a pretty cool little poster on the inside. If we just fold it out here. Pretty cool. But, yeah, it's a good album. Like, it's definitely worth the purchase. For some reason, I thought the poster was something else. But yeah, it is a good album. Like, it's not the best, but it's not a bad album. So that is my cKy collection. So don't forget to subscribe, comment below, let me know what you think. I'm actually curious, like, you know, what is your favourite? The question of the day is, what is your favourite cKy album? I have been JD, and JD out.